Hi folks, welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and our website at macjacksonjr.com. In this segment, we call it New Tech Gadgets for Business and Personal Productivity. Okay folks, this is about apps that you should have on your smart devices to give you an extra layer of protection, mitigation, to block cyber hackers and cyber thieves, because they are trying any other ways to get to your information. Now, by having your smart device protected is very, very important. Because let's take your smartphone, for example. You're probably driving around right now, maybe listening to this show in your car, or viewing it later, and your smart device has its Wi-Fi on. When you're driving from point A to point B across town, think about this. Every time you drive your car down the street, it tries to connect to the internet through hotspots. So it's bouncing from hotspot to hotspot to get to a different avenue towards the internet. However, your phone is not going to detect hotspots that could be bad. There could be bad hotspots out there that cyber hackers have set up in order to get your information from your phone. You could be at a stoplight, and a hacker could have a mobile hotspot just waiting for your phone to connect to it. Once connection is done, all kinds of things could be done. Could be compromised, from sending bad malware to your phone to watching you text as you drive information from your social media. So it's important we have different apps to protect our phones, protect our devices from this type of cyber hacking. But first, before I tell you that, I also want to tell you I would like you to take that same smartphone and text the word MAC, M-A-C-K, to 444-999. That's 444-999. Yes, and we will send you information and updates going on with cybersecurity, identity theft, and fraud. It will be up on our show and what we're doing here at Technology Review. That's one thing you can do to protect your information, is to keep in touch with us and have access to preventative mitigating techniques and tools. All right, our first app we're going to talk about, that it's one that I use a lot, and I use it for things like tracking business cards. How many of you have gone to an event where you meet someone and give you their business card and way to get a hold of them, or you have a receipt that you want to track? Well, nowadays, if you get a receipt, within 2 days, the receipt fades on the paper. Now, at the end of the month, you're trying to go back and do your expenses. You can't even read what you purchased. One of the ways you could do to help you out with that, folks, is to use a program called Evernote. Evernote is an app that you can install on your smart device, on your laptop, on your desktop, matter of fact, all of your operating system computers. And then from your smartphone, take a picture using the camera of your phone of your receipt, and this information is available for you at any time. You can also take a picture of a picture, if you would, if there's some information you wish to track, and do a text search for it later on, and that information will be able to be accessible right at your fingertips. The program I'm speaking of, folks, is called Evernote, 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 from evernote.com. Use it to track everything from photos, bank statements, PDF files, voice memos, and much, much more. Check them out, Evernote, at evernote.com. Backing up your system, very, very important, especially with the rise of ransomware that's happening out there. If you have a smart device or a laptop, make sure you have some sort of backup system set up for your device, just in case. In an emergency, you need to restore your data. Having a great backup system is very, very important. Now, before rather than endorsing a particular company, I'd like for you to do some of the research on your own. Look for backup companies through your iPhone, at the iTunes Store, or at the Google Store, and find up a backup device or a backup system. Now, your provider of your cell phone may also have backup applications for you to use as well. So definitely check them out. Also, as far as backing up your system, it's very important you find some way to back up your data just in case you had a data loss or you lost your phone. Our next topic that we have today for you is having to do with password management. So within your organization, a lot of you have policies and procedures that every 90 days that you must change your password. Well, let's say you have a certain password in your mind that you're utilizing. You have it written down on a piece of paper. That's first mistake. You shouldn't have it written down on a piece of paper, because what you've done is you've taken a blank piece of paper that was worth nothing, put your password on it, folks. You just created currency. Yes, that's right. You created currency, because if that paper is ever stolen or copied, with smartphones and cameras, folks, it can be done. That information can be sold to a cyber hacker in the dark net and expose your information to cyber thieves. So what do? Do you come up with a password that you change every month or every 3 months, that a sports team that you like, your dog's name, places you visited? No, shouldn't do that either. You should have a password management system that can automatically generate a password for you. That's right, folks. There are password management systems out there that can generate a password for you, and the system will encrypt the password information, encrypt the file. Encryption, folks, is our latest technique that information systems are utilizing to hide your data so it can be compromised by cyber thieves. So what you should do is look for a password management system, and I'll give you a name of one here in a second. But what they will do is, as you're on websites and you're browsing the internet and you're logging into certain websites where you have to have a user ID and a password, these password management systems will encrypt your user ID and your password, make it unavailable for a hacker to look at. All you have to remember is one user ID and a password, and it will generate user IDs and passwords for all the systems that you utilize. Just imagine, folks, being able to do that and not have to worry about having to write information down and remembering it. That's right, password management systems. One of the ones that I recommend is called LastPass. That's spelled LastPass.com. LastPass. It can work on your smart devices, your smartphones, your laptops, your desktops as well. LastPass from LastPass.com. It's a great password management system to utilize. All right, so to continue my discussion from our last segment about having your smartphone on you and you are driving down the street and you need access to the internet, you may go to a coffee shop, or you're in a hotel room and you're trying to have access to a hotspot. So what do? You log onto the internet, you're given a password through the coffee shop, through the hotel, and you're thinking that you're safe. Not necessarily, folks. You also need to have a cloak of protection around that smart device while you're on the internet. The best way to do that is using a technique we call a VPN. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, that will protect your smart device while you're on the internet. There are several of them to look at. One of the ones I can recommend to you is a company called Hotspot Shield. That's Hotspot Shield. It's a virtual private network that makes your smart device almost become invisible to other people that are on the same network that you're on, getting access to the internet. This is the type of technique and device that you want. So definitely check out Hotspot Shield. It's a great app that you should have and give you the extra layer of protection from your computer being compromised. Because it happens all the time, folks. Let's say that you are you're traveling at the airport. The airport has free hotspot locations. How do you know these hotspot locations are actually legitimate? We assume that they are. Even here in Las Vegas, if you're a tourist and you're walking down our fabulous strip here in Las Vegas and you see available hotspots with the name of a hotel, you decide to connect to that hotspot. How do you know that it's actually a legitimate hotspot? Cyber criminals are very brazen, and they will create fake hotspot locations that you can join. Some of them are brazen enough even to charge you a fee for access to the internet. And once you give them the credit card information, you basically be giving them access to your personal data. So definitely be cautious of that and protect yourself from that. And again, folks, to find out more information, definitely contact me. My name is Mac Jackson Jr. You can go to my website at macjacksonjr.com, find out information on cyber crimes, cybersecurity, and any other information that you need. Definitely take a look at our book that we have as well called How to Protect Your Family from Identity Theft and Fraud. It's on sale now, pre-orders for $19.95. You'll find that on my website at macjacksonjr.com as well. In our next segment, we're going to go into green energy technology and talk about all aspects of green energy technology. So definitely stay tuned for that information. It'd be very valuable to you. And again, send me your emails, folks. This information is very, very important. Do us a favor, tell a friend. We'll be right back after these important messages for Technology Review. Thank you very much for joining us.